don't know. Hey, everybody. Sorry, we were having some connectivity issues. But, Fancies, let's talk about it. Episode 27. The Hang Up with Hookups. Join me now. Good to see y'all. I am back in Houston. And I am on location. You know me, I'm always on the move, trying to stuff everything in. So I am in a very nice place. And I'm on location. So, let me know that you're here, especially if it's your first time joining, so we can welcome you. Oh my, hey, how are you? Oh, Mr. Galvan. I haven't seen you in a very long time. Welcome to the show. I hope you have something great to tell us tonight. The hang up with hookups. And what that means, basically, is not hooking up in the sense that people talk today. Oh, you want to hook up, da-da-da-da-da. You know, very informal. You know, I don't even know you. Hey, let's go hook up. Not that. Meaning like, when you have friends or family members and they have a friend or family member or someone that they know and they want to connect you with that person thinking y'all might be a good match. And sometimes it works out and sometimes this is a disaster. And what I'm looking for is what you consider the hang-ups for hookups. And I wanted to get that information. The hang-up for hookups.
I couldn't get it.
The hang-up, I'm doing it for you. Chill. Hang-up with hookups. Here.
I already got that done.
Okay, well, what's wrong with it?
I can't get onto it's saying something's wrong with the Facebook thing.
Okay, that's why you have to go back to this one. Okay. All right, so let me know that you're here. Everybody else, let me know that you've joined, and we're going to go from there. And once I'm just trying to connect some other Wi-Fi over here. There you go. All right, so let me know you're here and give me your opinion. This is the way the format works. I welcome you, of course. I get your information. We kind of feed off of each other. And once we do that, then we go basically, what's wrong?
Go to the feed.
Okay.
It's not coming up.
Well, maybe it's just not connected. I'm not in the feed.
No, it's connected.
Well, put my name in. Okay. Anyway, please let me know that you're here. I'm so sorry for the interruption. It's me and my Wi-Fi connection issues or whatever. And my guest host is trying to help me so that we can really make sure we embrace everyone that shows up and talk to all of you and get all of your opinions. A lot of times I don't get your comments till after because they'll post after. So let me know that you're here and say hello. And if it's your first time, of course, I'm going to welcome you. So the hang up with hookups. And basically the way the format works is to get in, give you the topic. We talk about it, your experiences or people that you've known. Maybe you're the one who hooked the people up and it didn't work out, or it did work. You have success stories. But really tonight what we're leaning more towards is the hang-ups that you have seen happen with the hookups. So let me know that you're here and we'll go from there. No, still?
No, it's slow on there. I'm going to have to do it on there.
Okay. All right. Well, we're here.
Log off.
Okay. I'll give him one advice. Okay. So we'll give him a few minutes to build the audience. So, let me just kind of preface it a little bit as far as like, okay. So, say that you're working and you have a coworker and you're a single person, whatever, and you have a coworker that has a family member or a friend or something, or even a client. And they know that your personality matches well with their friend or coworker or other, family member or whatever. And they put you up on a date. Okay. So you go on a date, and when you get on the date, it's just automatically not good. Maybe, they're not what you thought they would look like, or maybe, they approach you the wrong way, or maybe okay, I've heard several different things. So that type of thing. But let's say, for instance, if I walk into, for me, a disaster would be, this is nothing that happened, but this is an example. For me, a disaster would be if I were to walk in to go meet someone on a blind date, not a blind date, but on, or a hookup, right? The hang up with a hookup for me would be, if I were to walk into somewhere, say I went to go meet like in a place, like, public place or whatever, or a restaurant. So I go into this restaurant, whatever name you want to call, just imagine whatever you want it to be. I get there, and, the gentleman that I'm going to meet with, or the guy I'm going to meet with, is flirting with like every waitress, hostess. Every woman that walks in is turning his head. He's looking at their butt or their whatever, flirting or passing out his business card or giving his information. That would be a hang up for me. Immediately I would be like, I probably wouldn't even approach him. I'd be like, I'm out. Me, that's my personality, right? So that's what I would probably do. So that's just one example, of a hang up. Where's that iPad at? I got you. Okay. I got a better idea.
Unplug it?
Yep. It's fine.
No, I can do it on my phone till it dies.
No, I don't want you to die. That's the problem.
She don't want me to die, y'all.
I don't want her to die. So, guest host, Miss the Big L. I call her the Big L. And the reason I call her the Big L is because she's tall. Taller than me. See her? Hey, y'all. It's me and the Big L. Guest hosting tonight for Fancy's Let's Talk About It, episode 27, The Hang Up with Hookups. So, y'all come on, let me know that y'all are here.
Kiki, where are you?
Right? Well, I know she was out doing some stuff that she needed to do. So, I always need, I appreciate all your support. Just so that y'all do know, this is more than a hobby for me. I actually do get critiqued and graded on this. So, I always need for you guys to evaluate for me. Give me your feedback. Join in. Let's get it going. That's what I need you to do. And it takes a little bit to build, especially when you're connected to a new, location, new Wi-Fi, whatever. So I'm here. So please let me know. Say hello. And we'll go from there. So what about you? So while you're sitting here, what would be a hang up for a hookup with you? Have you ever had an experience?
Well, I was thinking more like on the lines of, I know y'all can't see me, but you can probably hear me. So I was thinking more on the lines of like, would you even, when I heard the topic, would you even do hookups? Would you hook up with somebody your friend wanted you to hook up with? And I mean, I have before.
Yeah.
It worked out all right, and sometimes it don't. It just depends. If it doesn't go good, it's like it could affect your friendship or people in your business.
Yeah.
So I feel like if you're dating like your friend's friend, then they go back and tell them something that you want to keep as a secret, and they go back and tell their friend, and then it's not a secret no more. Just stuff like that.
Yeah, you know what? I mean,
I don't want to do that.
No, you don't want to do. Well, I mean, okay, but I mean, sometimes you might really. You know what? I have a success story for you on the hang up. That wouldn't be a hang up. So what you're saying is that would you even go out? Hey, Sonia, little cuz here. I'm with the Big L. Yeah, and people can be messy. But listen, that's the level of maturity. So if I see that, I'm gonna be like immediately, no thanks. I'm not interested in that. I'm not trying to go out on a date with you or whatever.
Dead too.
Yeah, I got the cord for it. Okay, so finish train of thought. Okay, yeah, because we feed off of each other. But what I'm trying to say is, my cousin was telling me about, and I hope he doesn't kill me my cousin-in-law, the lovely was telling me that, about how she met my cousin or whatever, and it came through a hookup. For someone it was a professional service that my cousin offered, and, she said, oh, wow, you know what, I know somebody that would be really great or whatever, you know what I'm saying, I know you're not into that hooking up thing, like in other words, somebody hooking you up, you want to meet the old-fashioned way or whatever, but I met this person or whatever, and I think, y'all would be great for each other, she's attractive, he's handsome, great attitude, they're all in line, whatever their situation was while they were single at the time. Hey, listen, it doesn't matter. That's not our business here on Facebook or whatever. But they were like, I think you two might really, be good for each other. And lo and behold, they sent pictures of she sent pictures of them. She was doing Matchmaker or Cupid, and it all worked out. They're married. I mean, it happens. It can happen. So don't think that I'm talking about like disasters, because we talked about dating disasters. I think that was last week or the week before. But I think it was last week I talked about dating disasters. But that's what I'm saying. Yeah. Hey y'all, sorry about the video from before. I was trying to get it's playing on there. Okay. So, you guys, let me know. Hey Sonia, how are you doing? Cuzzo. Let me know, would you even consider someone hooking you up? Or what do you see as a hang up with a hookup? Because Lisa already said what she had to say. You know what I'm saying? Try that. And we can plug it in if it works. Lisa already said what she had to say. You know what I'm saying? So, about it. So come on in and let me know. I mean, essentially, so what I'll do is while they're still building the audience, I know we're on a different connection and everything, and I can't really see any comments at the moment because Lisa's trying to help me manage that. But what I really wanted to say was you can look at it from different perspectives. Some people might be very, very old-fashioned, and they would be okay with that. Like, Tommy down the street knows Becky up the road, and that knows that Becky's single, and hey, Becky works hard, but he has a friend named Ralph, and he's like, hey, Ralph and Becky might be, and these are all hypotheticals. These names mean nothing. I don't even know people with these names. But anyway, well, I do know a Tommy, but, whatever. But anyway, it doesn't matter. So they're up and down, they know this person up and down, and everything. So, oh, this would be a great person for you to go out with. It might be a good match for you. That was acceptable back then. People actually valued the opinions of others. But in a society where we're so digital, or we are in, this social media world of social media, this bubble, this land where we're at, it's very common for people to say, hey, you're my friend here on Facebook or, Instagram or Snap or whatever. You're my friend, but, hey, and we're cool and everything, but who is that girl, that you hang out with or whatever, whatever her name is, her screen name or whatever, or, her social media handle or whatever. Who is that lady? I really think she's beautiful or whatever. And if you've known this person for a while, you say, hey, you know what, that guy has his stuff together. And you know what, I'm going to go ahead and mention it to my friend. And then it's up to her. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. But it can be a scary thing if someone approaches you in the realm of social media and they're automatically in your inbox, Facebook, DMing you, Insta, snapping you on Snapchat, and they're like, hey, you want to go out, I don't even know you. That can be kind of weird. I could be a hang up with that. It's all about your approach when it comes to me. And for me, I always say, I'm not writing a manual to tell someone how to treat me. It's you should already be, trained and self-contained. Listen, I'm not trying to raise anybody. I'm not trying to give you, the instructions on how to handle me. So if that makes sense to you, then that's sort of where we are with it. So on that front, beyond that, do you see there could really be hang-ups with a hookup other than that? What kind of other hang-ups could you see? What I said was going into a restaurant and he's flirting with every waitress, hostess. Everyone walks by, is ooh. He's on Friday, damn. That would be a hang-up for me. What about you?
I can think of another one. Say someone hooks you up and they know that this person is a dog, but they just keep hounding them to hook you up, and they don't really want to, but they're like, hey, this is y'all are grown people. And then, that could also affect your friendship because... If you knew. Yeah, if the person that hooks you up knows that person is a dog, and they're still going to hook them up with you because they're like, you're grown and you're on your own with that. So, right. You can handle yourself, but... At the same time, you feel like if that's your friend hooking you up, then they shouldn't even brought them to you like that, Right,
you really cut for me, you care for me, and you really are down with me, and my best, interest is in your, my well-being is in your, and my best interest is what's important to you. You would not do that. So I get that too. So basically, the hang up with hookups. I would say we can probably give, 3 top reasons based on the conversation we've had so far. One is because it could affect the friendship of the person, that is, hooking up people per se. It could affect the friendship between you, especially if someone is coming to you and that's what they're trying to do. Second, another issue probably with it is, if y'all have mutual friends, just Facebook right here. If y'all have mutual friends, it could be a problem for you. It could be a problem for you.
I'm on it already.
Okay, well, what is the problem? Okay.
The problem is I'm doing this and you.
Oh, God, yeah. Okay. So, if, in the situation where, it could affect, if y'all all know the same group of people, it can make it uncomfortable, especially if you're in an environment where y'all all hang out together all the time. Y'all have, annual events or monthly events, whether that's, ball that y'all play or cards, or y'all have a gathering every month and do different kind of things. All of those things can be affected, so that can be a second hang-up. The third is, a lot of people are concerned about what other people think. And a lot of women, I'm going to give you this one small piece of information, gentlemen. And some ladies will probably agree. Probably more than what you think are going to agree. Well, basically, most of us here in cyber world do not want to come across as mean or rude or bougie or nasty. So if someone, hits us in there, in the inbox or DMs us or whatever, or snaps us or requests us or anything like that, especially with me, my information is public for this because I do this show and I am.
Pissing me off. It's making me do Adobe.
No, it's here. No, it's not what we want.
I'm already in.
Okay, so what are you trying to do? Another browser?
It won't let me watch the video because it needs Adobe and you can't do it on the iPad.
Okay, well use this. It wouldn't let you go on here?
I Get on there, but it don't show me the video on there.
It doesn't show the video on here either?
Nope.
Okay, well, that's retarded. Okay. Well, we're here. I mean, I don't see anybody else anyway. I don't know. Anyway, again, sorry for the distractions. We really got to stay to the format. I really am sorry. I'm trying. I'm not at home. I'm away from home. So we're going to stay with the format. So basically that was like 2. The third one, like I was telling you guys, and I think most women will agree to this, with this statement. So we don't want to be rude. We don't want to be, perceived that way. But for me, like, my information is a lot out here a lot. Like, y'all have my contact information, my email. Most people have my phone number. I'm not hard to reach, especially with me, because I pass my business card out whenever, I interact with people a lot. A lot of times what happens is people just randomly will text or call me, do you know who this is? Do you remember me? Whatever. And it's some of the people I may know. I may have known them from when I was younger, grew up in the neighborhood with them, or I interacted with them. Maybe we worked together in an old job, something like that. It doesn't matter. Because I'm never going to be rude. It's going to be very difficult for me, per se, because I don't want to be rude. Listen, if it's a nice man, I'm not going to be like, I'm not going to clown on him or like, oh, whatever, da-da-da-da-da, guy was trying to talk to me and, oh, he's da-da-da. Even if he wasn't my type, like, I'm just not a mean, cruel person, but I'm not going to be fake with you either. I'm just going to be like, you know what, the truth is what I have had to say a lot of times. I'm here, I'm busy, I'm in school, work, I'm branding myself, I'm really trying to be successful with this program, I get critiqued and graded on this stuff. Listen, you want to support me, you want to know me, it's going to be on a business level. I don't have time for that right now. I'm not making time for that right now. I don't have time for that. If it's not about business, it's of no interest to me right now. And that's not being rude. It's just that we all have our goals, and people have to respect the fact that we're all in different places at different times. So for me, there can be a hang up when, people perceive you as being rude. Oh, she didn't want to go on a date. Because, I get asked out for dates or meet up or whatever and everything. And sometimes people have very good intentions, honest intentions. People approach me for work on a daily basis. Do you want to come do this on the side, or would like to join my company to do this? That's fine. If it's legitimate for work, that's fine. But if you're, and a lot of women I think go through this, if you're in a situation where you're basically, people have the wrong intention, it's going to show through pretty much immediately anyway. So it's like, save yourself the trouble, because I'm never going to be the one to embarrass you. But you're going to know. I'm not going to call you out. It's not my style. If you ever made any advance at me, or any pass at me, or anything that you've done that was unwelcomed, you know it. I'm not going to come on social media or even go in any circle of friends and just be rude and be like, hey, you, did you know such and such did that? That's just cruel. I'm not that person. But I'm going to let you know. You will know. You will always know where you stand with me. That's the beauty of me. That's who I am. That's how I operate. That's my M.O., as they would say. Okay, so back to it. The hang-ups with hookups. So third one, so I said 1 and 2, and the third one for the hang-ups with hookups. And you said the hang-ups is that people just might not like that. People just might not like that. They might not like anybody, assuming that they would be a good match. Leave me alone. Look, I don't like that. Let me do it on my own. But my only rebuttal to that, my only thing for that would be to say that, sometimes you could be in a weird space, And the thing about the beauty of other people, hey, Joe. Hey, pretty lady Joe. So I got the big L. I got Cuzzo Sonia and Miss Joe. How you doing, pretty lady? Haven't seen you in a while. Would love to have you as a guest host, because I know you got a lot of opinions and a lot of things to say. And I would love to have you over for that. So you let me know when's convenient for you. Every Wednesday night, 9 p.m. Central Standard. So tell me, I'm always plugging, y'all know that, and y'all can plug for me. And listen, I also want to say that I appreciate y'all reposting my video, hyping it up. I also appreciate y'all sharing it on your timeline so that I can get more followers. We're getting up there every day. I appreciate the love and support. That's all I'm going to say. So again, back to the third one I was saying. Okay, so sometimes people can see something in you and the other person that you don't see in yourself. I might see something good for y'all, like, hey, wait a minute. It's like me, like, I'll be like working, like events and stuff, and I'll meet a lot of people doing that, and not in a hooking up capacity. I will meet other people in that arena, and I'll be like, hey, it's just like, okay, it's like this. I was in an arena one time where I was doing some liquor stuff, some liquor promos, and there was the person there that did craft beer. a craft beer manufacturer. That's what you say, manufacturer? Whatever.
Brewer.
Right. Well, they're a distributor. They didn't brew their own. They were a distributor. But I was like, hey, you know what? I know, they were telling me, oh, would you like to do that? I said, no, I don't know much about craft beer or whatever. Although I can find out, I know someone who is excellent at that. They know everything. They know the notes and the hints and all that stuff about whatever's in there. They could just smell it and tell you what it is. Yeah. And so I was basically like that. So for me, it's important for y'all, people that I network with, if you network with me too, y'all get your business cards put up, on list what you do, and then I can kind of promote you too. It's sort of what I do. Yeah. So I'm happy to do that. So I don't really feel like, it's sort of like hooking up, but what if I knew someone, a gentleman, or a lady that was good for you, and I could see something you couldn't see in yourself or in them, and I would know that y'all would at least be very, very good friends. So I don't think there would be anything wrong with that. So that would be my rebuttal to that. Although I respect that opinion, I appreciate that opinion, I see it. So I just want to let y'all know that, those are your main three. But so understand that I am always here for you. And, I'm never going to put anybody in an awkward situation. So to hang up with hookups. So it can go either way. This can be positive or negative.
The good thing is you can hang out with your friends, all together in a group. If it's your if it's your homegirl's boyfriend's friend, if that makes sense. Yeah, then y'all can all go out together and have a good time, whatever. But if something bad happens, then it kind of puts a weird mood.
Yeah.
Or it kind of makes people feel uncomfortable when they know that they're friends. It kind of just gets all intertwined, and it's not.
You have to choose sides. I hate that because it's your friend, maybe the girls, girl code and bro code.
Yes.
To put you in a bad position, y'all work together and y'all broke up, and now I can't be friends with them because, look, I'm going to be sensitive to, my friend, and I'm a woman. I'm going to be sensitive to those issues. The thing about me, is, you've seen that. Loose lip sync ships. It's not my business. I don't tell that. It's not my business. We're not talking about that. I'm not getting ready to put your business in the street. Say, keep your babies off the street. Keep them off the street. It's not my business. Whatever went on between y'all, that's y'all's business. Please don't put me in that situation. Joanne, thank you for commenting. I really need that. Thank you for all of the participation, as always. Really appreciate you chiming in on that because I really needed that. I have Lisa, the guest host, here. Yeah. And I say, so Joanne says, I think that your friends know you better than most and would know if a person of the opposite sex will be compatible with you. Same likes and dislikes, etc. Absolutely. So, a good friend, right? Wouldn't want to see you hurt. So like Lisa was saying, you'll be put in a situation where somebody just keeps hounding you and hounding you and hounding you. I would be like, girl, this dude, he keeps on hounding me for you, or vice versa. Dude, this chick keeps on hounding me for you. Listen, you can make your own decision, I think, but it doesn't matter what I think, but here is the information. I would just go and say, this is what you can do. This is what it is. So,
yeah, I agree.
Absolutely. For me, yes. So for me, it's I agree, it can put you in an awkward situation if y'all are a group and circle of friends. For us, when we were younger and our whole group of friends, there were us, there were all of us, maybe say 8, 10 of us, and maybe there were 2 couples in the whole group, and everybody else was single and off with somebody else, And they might bring this person around, they might be dating, and that's their prerogative, and bring that person, this person, whatever. But nobody's be like, oh, you was with, Shantae last week, or, oh, girl, he was with Rose last week. Oh, girl, look, don't talk to her. She was over here with Todd or Trey or whatever. That's just mess. I always say, if you're not praying for me and you're not talking to me about whatever you see an issue is with me, then you're gossiping. So save your breath, save the drama, and let's leave it for what it is. But, so, any more comments before I tell you what I believe the hang up with hookups are? Because I've already run down. We kind of always go back and give the synopsis. I always love the input. I always appreciate it. Again, I always appreciate the viewership. And a lot of you can't get to me, during my normal, broadcast. But you come to me later. And, you can comment later. And I will respond to your comments later as well. Also, please, it's never too late for you to share this on your timeline. And also help me, word of mouth is everything. We're at 27 weeks. 27 episodes. It's getting up there. We're actually at, it's pretty good. We're getting there. So I'm excited about, everything that's coming, and all the opportunities that I've had, all the people that I've met along the road, and all the opportunities that I've been given, to get on and to be a part of different things. I'm constantly getting that. So continue your friend requests and continue your follow requests. Continue to add me on Instagram at Rebabii, RIBABII, or you can find me at Ooh You Fancy. It's OOOO You Fancy. Ooh You Fancy. Goes for fancy. Okay, so I will go ahead and wrap, but before I go, I will tell you my hang up with the hookup. My hang up with the hookup. Let's see. My own experience. People say, oh, one particular one, I'll tell you this that happened to me. It's just my own personal experience. Hey, how you doing? Good to see you come on. Thank you for joining. My hang up with the hookup. One thing that happened to me. Okay. Whatever. My hang up with the hookup. So I had someone, that had a friend that was recently divorced. And he had a really, I'm gonna try that one too. He had a really, really bad experience, with a lady, with his wife, I mean. So he was single, and he was really of the, what we would call old school. Didn't want to do the hookups either. And me, I was not in the space where I was trying to be dating anyone either. But the friend that I had was a professional, and actually worked with the guy. And, thought, oh, well, you know what? This is a, real good, brilliant lady. She's in a good space, always carrying herself well, doing everything that she needs to do. I think maybe you guys will be. But sometimes I'm going to tell you what happens. So, I'm not going to go into elaboration, but it turned out to be a real creep. Clearly a creep. From the time that I met him in this public space, turned out to be a real creep. I wasn't mad at my friend because my friend didn't know. But this is what I'm going to say my hang up with the hookup was. People have deep, dark ways about them, secrets. You could know a person for 10 years and think you know everything about them. But people are not going to air out their dirty laundry. They're not going to open their closet to show you the skeletons. Unless I have, been down with you since day one, on the bus, walking up the road when we didn't have money, whatever. We've been broke. We've had a rough time. Unless that's been us and we know each other inside out, you don't know that person. And so, all kinds of weird conversations came out of that. And if I would have gone back to tell my friend, they would have been horrified. So instead they said, how did that go? It's cool. That's a real good business contact. Thank you. But I have no interest in that person whatsoever. For whatever that was, it was completely and totally out of line. It insulted me because why would you even talk to a lady that way? You know what I mean? And not bad words and stuff, but just the ideas that you were expressing to me was an issue and it was a problem. Listen, certain things are for you that I don't judge. I say it's always a no judgment zone, but certain things are not for me. And certain things are not for other people or even public conversation. We're in a public place. Bartenders, waitresses are hearing everything what you're talking about. And this is totally off and disgusting to me. So, I'm offended. My own nature is offended by what you were doing, saying, thinking. So, that is my hang up with the hookup. That was a horrible situation, and I feel bad because I can't even be honest with my friend and go back and say this person was a weirdo, talking about all this nasty stuff that they were trying to do. It was no, it was not anyone in this presence here. It was another guy that I work with on a professional basis. He put me in touch with this weird person who had all these weird, freaky fetishes that I was not interested in by any means. Very, very strange. No thank you. And it was absolutely disgusting. Listen, but they wouldn't know that about me unless they tried. Like I used to be told by a very wise man, nothing beats a fail but a try. So a person can try you, and maybe you'd be down with that kind of nonsense. That's you. All right, it might not even be nonsense to you, so I shouldn't even judge. It was nonsense to me. It was disgusting and very stupid. So no thank you. So moving along, that was my hang up with the hookup. So again, I love you guys. I appreciate the follows. Please share this video when I wrap it. Please hit me in my inbox and on my timeline for next week. You can contact me by whatever methods you have, whether that's text, email, phone phone, whatever you want to do, hit me up, let me know. And people really do text me and let me know what they want to do as far as topic ideas. I have one in mind for next week, but I'm not going to discuss that right now. I'm going to let y'all go ahead and hit me up with whatever it is you want to talk about, something bothering you. Listen, the mission of this show is to get it to where you can be able to talk about it, whether it's a situation that you're dealing with personally and you don't know how to start that conversation, or whether it's something that your friend or relative is leaning in on you about and it's weighing heavy on you. You really want to help, but you really can't handle that. And maybe you don't know how to talk to them about the issue. Whatever it is, whatever piece of advice is too much for you. So as long as I can start this topic for you or subject for you, and it might be easier because, hey, I was watching this thing, this live post, and this is what happened. Miss Joseph. Hi, Mrs. Joseph. Beautiful lady. Thank you for joining. As long as I can be the conversation piece for you, the conversation starter, then I have completed my mission. I fulfilled. This is not only for me, it's for you. And again, more than a hobby, critiques and grades. So thank you for joining me. Every time you come, let me know that you're joining if it's your first time, and then we will welcome you for watching. But please share on your timelines, and please send your request, and please follow on Instagram. Okay. Love you guys, and thank you so much for everything, for watching, and for sharing. Until next time, there's always a time to be a little fancy, and that's me. So y'all be good.